What's up, guys? It's Desro. I'm really excited to bring you guys a new type of content today. This is a Q&A video. I know some other YouTubers do Q&A with footage playing while they answer, but I always like to make it feel more personal and use the webcam. So I'll be answering your questions, and depending on how the feedback is, and if you guys really like this kind of video, maybe we'll do another one next month. Let's get into it. So, I'm not a big editor, so this is like a very, very basic setup, and I hope you guys bear with me as we go through it. Here it goes. The first question is from Ninja Chicken. Hey, Desro, may I ask what DPI and endgame sensitivity do you use for Torb? My endgame sensitivity, let me look under my mouse. I use 450 DPI. It's very low. A lot of people will use like 800 or 1600, and then they'll be lower than me in game. In game, I'm at 10. For some heroes, I'll have 7. For like McCree, Reaper, Zarya, I'll be at 7 because I want it to be even more slow. But 450 is very low by most gamers standard. I think it's the best, like I don't believe in like the tiniest mouse pad with the tiniest mouse movements. I think you should swing your arm. Whoa, shoot. I just kicked the I just kicked the straw hat out of the way. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I'm kicking my mouse out of the way as well. Anyway, so I really strongly believe that you should move your arm as much as possible, and also I think it's better for like injuries, so you'll be less injured, wrist problems, and all that. I'm also a Torb main. Any tips to rank up? I'm in high silver now, but some games I'm finding it hard to survive as Torb. I mean, yes, Torb is off meta. Torb is definitely not noob friendly. I mean, if you're silver, if you're gold, you might have died to a turret once or twice and been like, this is ridiculous. This looks really easy to execute. But it's not. It's not noob friendly. And so if you're trying to run Torb on attack, my channel is Torbs on attack. So like I know it's like a little bit like controversial or hypocritical or ironic or whatever, but don't do it. Don't do it. If you want to get out of silver, pick 5 heroes. I mean, Torb can be one of them, but pick 5 heroes and pick things that are much easier to play on attack. Pick tanks, pick soldier, pick Pharah, pick healers. Torb on attack, it sounds like a tough time, because the thing about Torb on attack is you need 2 other good DPS with you. Sometimes you'll have too many supports mains, sometimes you'll have too many tank mains, and then you need like a top-notch Ana. And sometimes people will run solo heal Mercy, solo heal Lucio, so you're in silver, just try other things. But every defense, just play Torb. Every defense, like, oh, I'm playing Torb, whatever. Like, team do whatever they want to do. If you're getting hard countered, you can always switch. You can always ask for help. But on attack, until you get to like plat, I would advise against playing Torb on attack. You can do it for fun, as long as you're trying to have fun and not trying to rank up, and you're okay with losing a lot of games, and you think that's fun, that's fair. That's why I'm wanting to trick Torb, because it's fun. Next question is from Code Ops. Do you think Torbjorn will be better now that Roadog will be nerfed, aka Roadogs can run through turret fire and one-shot you? It was never really like that. When I'm pushing, I'm thinking like attack scenario, right? When I'm pushing and going deep, it's not the turret that scares the Roadog, and when I'm on defense and he's flanking, it's not really like the turret's not really a problem for him. I mean, like I'll give you a scenario, right? Where Gibraltar first point defending, there's the forklift, they're coming up the slope, there's the room on the right, right? They're coming up the slope, and on the right, there's the room, and the Roadog usually comes in there and then tries to hook anyone. If he walks out like 5 steps out of that room into the open, yeah, turret's a factor. But now, I mean, but otherwise, like, no, it's not a thing. So like the Roadog nerf will be good to some extent for Torb. It'll be good and it'll be bad, because it's much easier to kill a Roadog for me than to kill a Winston. Like the Winston with the juking of the bubble screwing my turret. Winston's very difficult, Diva's very difficult, and then Roadog will be less popular. Like, that's not something I want to hear. I think. Because yeah, it's not. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Like, ask me that again with the next patch. But I enjoy beating Roadogs. Like, the head is big, the right clicks are easy to hit. Map compositions are best against for Torbjorn. Best map, Hollywood. Hollywood. I still would stick with like Hollywood Iconwall or Hollywood Oasis. I don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable recommending. The thing is, like every time you ask me about the best maps, I always think like, like season four, I did a big spreadsheet with like 720 games and all the maps, which one it was better. But it includes attack, right? So I say like Hollywood Anamura, Hollywood Eichenwald. For the first point, if we're talking like across all maps, I'd say like for each mode, I'd say Hollywood, Hollywood, Gibraltar, Oasis, and Volskaya. Best compositions are best for against Torb. Okay, best with Torb, like I need a hit scan, I need a Genji, I need a Winster, I need. Well, it depends. On defense, I need a soldier and a Rhine. Like I need a front and I need a hit scan to help me versus the Pharah. If we're talking attack, then I need things that create space. A Genji, Pharah, Winston. Against Orb, I mean, a Pharah is good. A good Tracer can be annoying, and a good Genji can be annoying because it all comes down to the duels. If I can win the duels, I'll be okay. But the turret is good against them if we can hold our ground. Like like if we don't get overrun, the turret will be annoying for the Genji and the Tracer to deal with. So Pharah is definitely good. Diva is definitely good. Orisa to some extent is very annoying versus Torb. So like a defensive Orisa and I'm playing attack Torb, that's annoying. Anyway, next question. We have Darian. What are some favorite video games after Overwatch, of course? I'm enjoying the shit out of Friday the 13th right now. I think it's amazing. Besides that, uh, I mean, like looking at the past, what I've played, I've played a little bit of Skyrim. I like the Batman games really, really much. I like the Walking Dead very much, like the story-driven games. What else have I played a lot? I mean, the thing about me in single-player games is I play one, and I either have to be pulled in the story really hard, like you're in, but if it doesn't right away, I'm like, it's not competitive. Like, what am I doing? So like, I got pulled in CS:GO a lot, Heroes of the Storm a lot. I mean, StarCraft 2 for 6 years. CS:GO, Heroes of the Storm, a little bit of Hearthstone, a little bit of Dota. Anything recently besides that? No, not really. I haven't gotten PUBG for that specific reason that I don't want to be pulled in, and I'm a little bit annoyed that Friday the 13th has pulled me in as much as it did. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know about you guys, your favorite games in the comment section. I'm interested to know. There's a lot coming up in consoles. The E3 is going on right now. Destiny 2, Anthem, those games look amazing. I've never played a looter shooter before, so maybe that's something I'll give a try. Next up, we have Unsteady Turtle. What kind of rework or buff do you think Torb could use? When you pop Molten Core, you should have automatic full ammo, just like a soldier or McCree would be very consistent. There's a lot of times where I could get a kill if the buff was in the game and I can't. There's a lot of times where I pop my ult because I'm desperate and then I can't survive because I don't have full ammo, or it just feels very unfulfilling, like Molten Core, and then you're like freaking stuck reloading like a freaking potato. So that's not something I enjoy. Besides that, smaller head box, like the hit box for the head, is insanely huge. Other than that, maybe a faster projectile throw for the armor. Other than that, I think a turret level 1 should be healed 100 HP per hammer swing. But the thing is, it would be awkward. So like your level 1 turret gets healed by 100 HP, turret level 2 only gets healed by 50 HP. So I don't know like what kind of like justification they could put in place to make it not too confusing for newer players. But I can tell you right now, if my turret level 1 has 99 HP and it needs 2 swing to rebuild, I'll put a new one down and I'll shoot a bunch and then I'll go build it. Because spending 2 swings on that is nonsense. Next up, Vindo. Did you ever travel, and so which place did you enjoy the most? Well, in my 5 years of being a semi-pro slash streamer for StarCraft 2, I've traveled to 3 other continents. I mean, South America, Europe, and Asia. I went to China and Korea. Well, I lived 6 months in Korea. I went to Shanghai for 10 days. I lived for 3 months. 3 months in Poland. Then I went for a weekend in Romania, and then I went 4 days in Peru. Peru felt like another planet, just because of how the it's a huge contrast. Like you'll have a beautiful neighborhood full of flowers and young people, and it looks like an amazing place. And then the next neighborhood will be like a guy piling up dead dogs for a living, like just really brutal. Um, Really hard to see sometimes. China and Korea are dirty. Like I thought Canada wasn't great, and then I went there and I'm like, oh, Canada's really pretty. But the people in Korea are much more courteous than the people in China. Like Korea, like if you have to go to Asia, Korea over China like 100 times over. Poland and Romania. I mean, I like the people there. I didn't. They did nothing struck me. Like I mean, I lived in Warsaw, and I went downtown. We went to out to drink and have fun, and it was a good time. But out of all the places, I'd say Korea. The food just is amazing. Next up, we have we have Subdestro, now that you, from Torbjorn 420, another Torbjorn advocate. Now that you did OTP account, especially at Torb 1, do you prefer playing all characters or only one? Hope you understand my question. So, that's something I've been thinking about, and something that actually I had a realization about not too long ago when I would play on my main and I would flex. You know, I'd play Ana, I'd play Reinhardt, I'd play Lucio, I'd play Monkey, I'd play Mercy, I'd play whatever the team needs that is not like Soldier, McCree, Genji, Tracer. I could play Pharah as well. But yeah, I'd play tanks and Pharah and Torb, right? And I would flex. And the biggest thing right now, for me at least, at 41, 4200 GM, which is very close to top 500, is you put yourself out there emotionally, you invest into your team for a game, you're like, I will flex and I will do whatever we need to win. And then there will be someone out there. I know it's very like insane what I'm saying. There will be someone out there that will not do the same for you. They will not flex. They'll just stay on Hanzo and they won't be in voice chat and they won't try to work as a team. And that part of the game frustrated me so much that I started one tricking Torb. You know, I became part of the problem. But now also Torb is so well rounded and Torb has so much to offer and is so exciting to play. You know, whenever I'm having gold elims and gold damage and I'm killing everything and I'm having such an impact and I land the headshots and I get down and dirty and I put like, you know, like I go into a duel, the underdog, and I throw myself like 3 armor packs throughout the duel and I come out victorious. I feel like a gladiator. I feel like, you know, one of those movies where like you're underfed, you don't have any weapons, and you fight like a gladiator with full armor and like, you know, a really like expensive sword. That's how I feel. But Torb is scrappy. Torb is deceiving. Torb is amazing. When you pop his ult, the things you can do, the strategy, like it almost feels like a hunter, right? Like you're like making it look like you're gonna lose this fight and everything's gonna be bad, and then pop, molten core, turn around, right click, right click, right click, kill everything. It just feels great. It's like one of the best heroes really in the game right now for me. And so yeah, not one tricking is just bad. Like I've done the May challenge, it didn't work so well. The Zenyatta I only played 10 games, and I'm looking forward to get back into that. And I have other plans for one trick and two trick accounts, but just I always go back to my first one trick love, which is Torb. And last but not least, hey Desro, I mean Torb, my friend wants to main someone who would combo synergize in some way. I was thinking Orisa or Roadog. What do you think you should try? So, I mean, it depends how many heroes he wants to play. Orisa, hybrid maps, or 2CP maps, first point defense, or even second point. No, first point defense for hybrids, second point defense for 2CP will be insane. Orisa Torbs, very good combo. Depending on if you have a Rhine or not, very good combo. Just shield the turret, play together, do a lot of things. They'll put a lot of effort into killing it. So that can be great. Now, if you want to play Torb on attack, then you gotta pair yourself up with like a Genji, a Pharah, a Winston. I mean, a Roadog to some extent can create space for Torb, but you know it doesn't beat Genji, Pharah, Winston in terms of space created. Now, if we're talking defense, we mentioned Orisa. Also Soldier, so that you can fight back a Pharah together. Now, if you're in a duo queue and you're locking both DPS slots, it's a little bit controversial. So it could be a Zen, because it's a good investment to give Zen armor since he requires all his shields to be dead, and it's gonna help you versus the Pharah. And as for tanks, I don't know. I mean, like a Diva is good versus a Pharah, but yeah, Orisa. I'd say like Orisa, Soldier Zen for defense, and then what I said for attack. So yeah, guys, that concludes the Q&A. I hope this was insightful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's any feedback, criticism, do you want some like background music? I know like there's a fan going on and there's no music and maybe you hear me breathe too much. It's a bit uncomfortable. Let me know. I really enjoy making content on YouTube. I know like I've been a bit inconsistent in the last week, not uploading every day. The beginning of the season has been hard. I went I went 9 losses, 1 draw. And as soon as I came out of my placements, people at the beginning of the game would see like, oh, 20% win rate Torbjorn, kill yourself. I'm throwing. Like, how is my win rate supposed to increase if people are throwing like right out of placements instantly? So I'm almost back in GM. There'll be good games coming up. Okay, I'm recording this off stream, but I forgot to turn off the alert. Anyway, there'll be more games coming up. I just need to grind up the ladder a little bit more. So be patient on that. I don't know if there'll be a montage this week. I know you guys have enjoyed the last 2 montages. I don't know if there'll be one this week. There'll be another video with Crow PvP. I hope PvP doesn't get to that part of the video. With PvP Twitch, the Junkrat main. Oh, I feel so bad. And I'm not going to edit that out, of course. But yeah, there'll be another video with PvP Twitch. We recorded 3, so there was 1 last week. There's going to be 2 more. And I'm trying to get more duo queues. Special, like, one-trick duo queue. I know, like, PvP is not a one-trick necessarily, but I'm trying to get other fancy, like, you know, I'm friends with Cody, I'm friends with Evie. That doesn't necessarily mean they want to play with me, but I'm friends with them. So, you know, the sky's the limit, and thank you for staying in the channel. I know this video is probably a bit too long, but that's who I am. I rant a lot, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and have a good time.